Namaste. Today I'm going to do the coloring scare tag, and I was tagged for this one by Hannah from Hannah Sairi, and originally this was created by Emma Colors 2020 and Colorfully Optimistic. So while I am answering these questions, I will try to finish coloring this mandala, and I'm purposely taking a very small uh, design so that I can be sure to, or be almost sure to finish it. So let's start, and I'm actually posting this probably on Halloween day or maybe even one day later, I don't know. So I'll try my best to meet the deadline. The first question is, what weapon would you choose if you were living in The Walking Dead? I'm a very peaceful person. I don't know if I would even like to choose a weapon. Uh, but if I remember correctly, The Walking Dead is about zombies. So, the peaceful methods of garlic and sunlight might not work as they might work on vampires. So, I might probably need, sorry about that sound. Okay, so I might probably need something which is able to really hurt the zombies. So probably a axe or a machete, I will say. The second question is, if you were paid to stay the night in a haunted house, would you, and how much would they have to give you? No, there's not enough money in the world to convince me to stay in a haunted house. I will not accept the offer even if I am paid very well to do it. Third question, what superstition or urban legend do you believe? I'm generally not a very superstitious person, and I don't believe in urban legends. But yes, I think I have a belief which can fall in the category of a superstition. There is a saying in Urdu which basically goes, अगर आगाज ऐसा है तो अंजाम कैसा होगा. To translate it, it means if this is the beginning, then imagine how the end will be. And for me, anything, whether it is my day, a month, a week, a year, a activity, a new project, a new job, a new relationship, anything, if the beginning is not good, then I always feel that it is not going to have a good result, outcome, end, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I think in that way I'm superstitious, but other than that I don't believe really in any other superstitions. Which horror movie did you never get over? Okay, so I never got over Final Destination. That movie freaked the living daylights out of me, and I think the way my mind works today has a lot to do with that movie. So yeah, I never got over that movie. I'm not even sure if that movie falls into the category of a genuinely horror type of movie, but yeah, I for me that was a horror movie, and I could never get over it. But if you mean just ghosts and stuff like that kind of a horror movie, then no, I don't think there was any movie which I didn't get over. No. Scared? Yeah, there are quite a few movies which did scare me a lot, and for many days it affected me. I would say Poltergeist was a movie which I watched when I was much younger, and it did scare me a little bit. But it's not that I didn't get over it. But yeah, as I mentioned, Final Destination, though it's not really the horror kind of scary movie, it did change. I could never get over it. The next question is, what is your favorite scary and or Halloween coloring book? I have never purchased any books specifically because they are Halloween, and I don't like the scary, creepy kind of things. Blood, gore, and all. I am not very interested in those things. So, but I do have the Cute Witches by Jade Summer, and I love that book. So I would say that Cute Witches by Jade Summer grayscale version is my favorite Halloween coloring book. What is the scariest book that you have ever read? Uh, I don't remember the exact name, but it was a book for my master's. I had to read it. It was by Edgar Allan Poe. I think it was a Mistaken Burial, if I remember it correctly, along with The Pit and the Pendulum. But The Pit and the Pendulum is like more of a thriller, but the I think it is called The Mist Burial. Oh my God, that really put a fear in my heart. It's the story about a person um, getting buried alive. So yeah, that one really scared me. So it is actually not a complete book. I think it is a short story. Then, if you could be a scary monster, what one would you be? I don't even know what scary monsters are there. So, I won't be able to name any specific type of monster. But if I have to be a monster, I would like to be a good monster. I don't care if I'm scary or not in the terms of looks, but I hope I'm good at heart, even though I'm a monster. Then the next one is what I think this question is mistyped, and I think it is what is the scariest place you have ever been? I think that should be the question. I don't even remember the name of the place, but I was driving from Abu Dhabi to Dubai, and it was quite late in the night, and I took a wrong turn somewhere and ended up on a road which was still under construction, and then there were no lights over there, and it was like in the middle of the desert, and I couldn't see anything beyond the scope of my vehicle's headlights. And I was driving a tiny city car, not even something which was meant for the deserts. My God, I will never ever forget the fear that struck my heart when I didn't know where I was. It was so dark, I couldn't make out anything. I didn't know if I was going left, right, or center. I didn't know what turn I have to take. I didn't even know if there was a road underneath my vehicle, or was I just going to drive into the desert. That was a scary place for me, and it did leave a lasting impression. Then the next one is, are you scared of the dark, and if so, what scares you most about it? I am superbly scared of the dark. uh, I think what scares me about the dark is the unknown. For me, I don't like surprises, even in real life, right? I mean, it's not about the dark or the light. I like to know, good or bad. I like to know beforehand uh, anything. I don't like surprise parties or any stuff like that also. So for me, um, uh, I'll say the reason why I'm scared of the dark is because I can't see what is there. If I see what is there, even if it is something unpleasant, I'll probably deal with it a lot better than anything good, but I can't see it. That probably will put me off even more. I hope I'm not rambling too much. Anyways, um, the next one is, do you go to the toilet with lights on or off after a scary movie? And If you have a closet, would you need to have the door fully closed to sleep? Okay, uh, immaterial of whether it is before or after a scary movie, I go through the toilet with the lights on, because my washroom is a typical, uh, what you say, a typical toilet in a city apartment, so it doesn't have any windows. It needs lights every time I use it, no matter what time of the day or the night I go. That being said, if I did have a bathroom which had natural light, I think if it was after a scary movie, if it was daylight, I think I would still go without putting on the lights. But if it was after dark, I think immaterial of whether I have watched a scary movie or not, I will need lights. And if I had a closet in my room, will I need the door to be closed? Well, unless it's a walk-in closet, maybe I might be a bit scared after seeing a scary movie. But just a normal closet, no, I don't think it will matter to me if it's open or closed. I would like to keep it closed because it shows more order in the room, but not because it would scare me if the door was open. Then the next one is, do you prefer to watch scary movies with others or alone? I don't prefer to watch scary movies at all. Period. Doesn't matter whether I am alone or with somebody else. It doesn't mean that I have not watched scary movies. I have watched scary movies alone, but I'll prefer if I have company to watch a scary movie. The next question is, do you want to be a vampire, zombie, or a werewolf, and why? Frankly, given a choice, I don't want to be any of these three. But if I have to be forced to make a choice between those three, then maybe a vampire. Yeah, you can sleep the whole day and go out at night. That's the only plus point that I can think of, right? I mean, zombies are like, there's no fun in their life. Like, there's no pace. You have to be so slow, and yeah, you look mighty ugly. A vampire can still look good. For me, that is the plus point. And werewolf is like, yeah, some days you'll need to be animal, some days you'll need to be a human. Too complicated. I think vampire would be my choice then. Would you participate in the zombie run, which is a city event that is like a haunted fun run? So, if so, would you be a zombie or a runner? I think I will be a zombie purely because I would then don't I won't have to run. I can walk slowly. Mm, so yeah, I will select zombie purely for that. Then come to think of it, if I have to dress up like a zombie, with all the gory stuff all over my face and makeup and all, maybe I'll prefer to be the runner in that case, because then I can be just myself. So yeah, I changed my mind. I don't want to be a zombie. I'll prefer to be a runner. Then the next one is, do you prefer gory, creepy, or cute and spooky? I prefer cute and spooky all day long. I hate gore. There are so many series also on television. I really love uh, police procedure series, but it's just become so fashionable to make them as, it's like a competition between all of them, who can show the goriest bodies and uh, so yeah, no, for me I prefer cute and spooky. Then what scares you most about being home alone? Actually, not much, because I have lived alone for a big chunk of my life, uh, and I'm used to it. In fact, I prefer it. I'm not used to having company in my house. I'm used to living alone. But there are times when I do get scared. Now, when I get scared is when there's a power cut, and if to add to that problem, it is raining heavily and there is thunderstorm outside. If this combination happens, and it has happened a couple of times with me in my lifetime, But if I'm alone at home and there is a power cut and it's raining very heavily, accompanied by lightning and thunderstorm, oh my God, I feel very scared. I tend to then creep into a corner or go under the sheets and not peek out till things calm down. Yeah, that way I get scared a lot. Then let's see, the next one is, what scares you most? Sorry, that one I finished. Would you rather walk through a cornfield or a forest in the dark? A forest in the dark, any day. I mean, I would prefer not to go in either of them after dark, but yes, if I have to, then a forest. Cornfields, why no? Because I have seen too many scary movies where really bad things happen in the cornfields. I have seen movies where things happen in the forest also, but yeah, I think the cornfield scary movies have probably left a bigger impact on my mind uh, than a dark forest. So yeah, if I have to choose, then I'll prefer to be in a forest after dark. Then, if you could make a magic potion, what would it do and what ingredients would it take to make it? Oh, uh, when I read this question, I remembered a song from one of the Bollywood movies, and uh, it is about how to. It is basically loosely translated. It tells what ingredients are required to have a beautiful, basically a body. Uh, but it is a very fun song, and the ingredients that are mentioned in that is like, you need a little bit of silk, you need a little bit of crystal, you need a little bit of gold and a little bit of silver. When you combine all this, you get something very beautiful. That is how it is loosely translated. Now, what is that something beautiful? It depends on your interpretation. You can think of it as a beautiful person, beautiful body, or whatever. For me, if I have to uh, combine all these ingredients that I mentioned, the silk, the crystal, the silver, and the gold, and if there is a potion which can come out of that, I hope it is a world peace potion. I think there's just too much unnecessary uh, violence, negativity going on in the world right now, and maybe it's high time we uh, had a potion that was for peace. What do you think? Then the next one is, what was your favorite Halloween costume of all time? Okay, this, for this question I might have to do a pass, because I am I come from a country where Halloween has never been celebrated when I was living over there. It's a very American culture, if I am not wrong. It's just spread to the rest of the world very recently. I think now in India it is celebrated, but it used to be not celebrated when I used to live there. And uh, now also I live in Spain, and I think they do celebrate Halloween, but not in the way uh, it is celebrated in America. So I have never dressed up for Halloween, so sorry for that. I have dressed up for fancy dress competitions and stuff like that, but it has never been in a scary outfit or something like that. If I have to in future ever get a chance, since I don't have a past experience with this one, I will say if I do get an opportunity, I would probably like to dress up as a pumpkin. I don't even know if it's possible, but I think if I have to choose, I will probably, if I get an opportunity, I would like to dress up as a pumpkin. Then The last one is, what would you rather have as a friend? Michael Myers, Pennywise, Alien, Predator, or Freddy Krueger, and why? Frankly, I don't know what all these things are. I mean, who these people are. I can relate to Alien and Predator, so I believe what the question is about some probably some famous characters from scary movies. I don't know. Um, but I think it would be very cool to be friends with an alien. I don't know. I don't know the other characters, so I'm not sure who's the coolest. Uh, just being friendly with somebody from another planet would be, or even another galaxy, would be really cool. So even though I don't know what the other names stand for, I would rather have as a friend a alien, and I hope that I'll be able to learn uh, something about their world from them. Yeah, I think that was all 19 questions, and I'm not going to tag anybody. I think at this point I'm supposed to tag somebody, but I will not tag anybody, frankly, because I think I'm posting this on probably Halloween day or even maybe one day later. I'm not sure. So I don't want to unnecessarily drag this on. It's a very seasonal tag, and let's let it end with the season. I did enjoy Halloween season this year more so because I participated in a couple of color alongs and stuff like that. And yeah, actually, even though I was not actively involved in a lot of Halloween activities, I did see a lot of other color tubers post videos about what they did, and I have enjoyed it. I was more involved and more entertained this Halloween. I am expecting even better results during Christmas. So let's see how it goes. And yay, my timing was so perfect. Look. Oh no, it was not. I have forgotten to color these rounds. But let me finish it off right now, and then I can say that I colored this whole mandala right in front of you. Won't that be nice? But it's good that I selected this mandala than anything else because I was able to finish it. That's good. I'll probably use this uh, mandala in my color along for November, that is India coloring, because this really looks literally like a rangoli we would probably put out on our doorstep. So all those who are watching, I'm very sorry for my rambling answers, but that's because I'm not so used to answering questions about Halloween since I have never experienced it myself. It has never been a part of my life before this year. So thanks for having stopped by, and if you have not yet subscribed, then please do so. And I hope you have a nice day. And if you don't mind staying on for 2 or 3 seconds more, you can see me actually finishing this off. So let's see. 3, 2, 1, and done. Yes, done. So this is the mandala that I finished. Have a nice day. Bye.